Yesterday, we were discussing about the Panchakoshas. We have seen little bit descriptions and analysis about this Panchakosha. Just look at the words which has given Shankaracharya in front of us. The way of the expression of the word. Panchakoshadi yogena. This is one sentence. And below the one sentence, Nilavastradi yogena. Panchakoshadi yogena. Through this sentence, Shankaracharya is going to explain the concept of self and not self. And Nilavastradi yogena, by this sentence, he explains the concept of colorful cloth and crystal. Panchakoshadi yogena, Nilavastradi yogena, these two sentences explain the similar concept. Then, Shuddhatma. The Shuddha word, you can connect with Atma as well as Spatika. Shuddha Spatika, Yatha Shuddha Spatikaha, Yatha Shuddhatma. Okay. Spatika is also very clear, distinct, and transparent. In the same way, how Atma is pure, the Shuddhatma and Shuddha Spatika. These two words go simultaneously together. How does Atma exist? How does crystal exist? What is the nature of the crystal? And what is the nature of the Atma? The pure, this is adjective to Atma also. And Shuddha, this adjective is related to Spatika also. How is Spatika? Shuddha Spatika. And how is the Atma? Shuddha Atma. Okay. Atma also is very pure. Yesterday we have used one particular word about that. Immaculate. Atma is immaculate. And spirit, the Spatika also immaculate. What is the immaculate? It means taintless. There is no any taint. There is no any spot. You can say the spotless. The Spatika is very pure, means there is no any spot. Spotless. Taintless. Or we can say it is blameless. We cannot give any blame. Spatika is like that, Spatika is like this. No. We can't use the particular word for that. It is the blameless, taintless, spotless, or we can say it is flawless. There is no any flaw.
Okay, flawless.
It is a fleckless. There is
What is it?
similar words. Fleckless.
Flake.
Fleckless. Fleckless.
What is that?
These are the similar words. Blameless, spotless, taintless,
Okay.
and flawless, fleckless. It means it is a pure.
So actually, I have sent you that Anvay on the mobile. I think your mobile is working now.
In which mobile? Which
Your mobile.
number?
I have only one.
This mobile is different, and which I used daily.
Ah,
That mobile is different.
okay. So I have your number. Just a minute.
So
976300754.
no, no.
Okay. So on which number I have to send?
So the Sphatic is very pure, blameless, clear, flawless, fleckless, taintless.
Okay.
It means there is no trace of impurity, complete free from impurities. Therefore, Shuddha Sphatika and Shuddha Atma. We can we can use the another one word. It is a attributeless. Self is attributeless. Self is qualityless. It has no any material attributes there. Completely Shuddha, Shuddhatma, untouched by everything, different from everything. There is no equal like Atman to give the simile, to give the any metaphor. Shuddhatma, it is called Advitiya, non-dwell. Shuddhatma, one without second. Ekameva Dvitiyam. One without second, non-dwell, pure, clean. That Shuddhatma. And that is our own true nature. So how does Shuddha Atma exist? How does Shuddha Atma appears as like a Spatika, Shuddha Spatika, as like a pure crystal. So it is a very transparent, it is very colorless, completely pure. But whenever that pure crystal comes contact with particular color, that color will reflect in that pure crystal. If there is blue cloth there, and if you put this crystal on the blue color cloth, the blue color cloths, the reflection will come in that crystal. This is also not correct sentence, as though blue colors appear in the crystal. But never it happens. Never it happens. Color will not enter into the crystal. But color will appear in the crystal. Different type of colors are there. And if that crystal comes contact with the different type of colors, the different type of colors will appears in them or in it, can say that. It means yesterday we saw that our eyes show you falsity. Why do they show falsity? Because of its limitation. It has so many limitation. That's why new machineries scientists gave us, because in our body sometimes very terrible symptoms of the disease exist in this phenomenal body, but through our eyes we cannot recognize it. So doctor suggests us, please go and do the sonography, and sometime there's MRI. They say sometime different type of tests to the machine, and then machine tells us these types of defects is there, these types of uh, something different we see in it, and by that test the doctor comes to conclusion, oh, these things happens to your body. It means our eyes have a limitation. Eyes cannot show you as it is things there. So color and that crystal both are separate from each other. It always happens, even though the association factors is more important. Crystal associates with the blue color, the blue color will appears in the crystal. If crystal comes contact with red color will appears in crystal. Okay, red color, pink color, so many colors are there. But whenever it comes contact with the particular cloth, particular color, it will appears in that crystal. Appearance is the false. It is not truth. But that distinguishness, our senses cannot apprehend it. Therefore, we always see the particular color in the crystal. If you give the reality to our senses will always show some falsity in the particular seen objects. But by thinking, but by logic, but by discriminations, you will reach the conclusion, oh, I know that now. There is no color in the crystal, color is on the cloth, even though whenever there is association between colorful cloth and crystal, then color will appears in the crystal even though crystal is completely free from the color. Understand? Are you here or have you gone somewhere else?
No, we all are here.
Okay.
I am also here, Maharaj. I am also listening.
Oh,
Yes. Clear, very clear.
Okay. So, if you are a Brahmatjnani, if you are a realized person, but whenever your mind, intellect, and entire body associates with the self, so long we'll see the all peoples are just going here and there. We can't say that I am Brahmatjnani and I cannot see the world. As long as self is associated with mind, body, and intellect, so long you will see the world. As long as crystal is associated with the different type of colors, the color will appear in the crystal, even though crystal is completely free from the color. But association factors shows this illusion. So no one can say, scientists say that I cannot see the color. Yes, you will see the color, but your intellectual confirmation is very clear that no, there is no color. Because my conviction, my experience is that color, that crystal is completely free from the color. Therefore, see the word. Shuddha spatika नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन यथा नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन यथा शुद्ध स्फटिकाः. But नीलवस्त्रादि योगेन, due to association with blue colors of the cloth, the blue color will appears in the crystal. In the same way, the association with the Antakaran and the Atman, you will see the world. Because as long as the association between self and Antakaran, so long we'll have to experience this world. But by conviction, but by great logic which has given by the Shrutis and the Upadesha, the knowledge which has given by the realized master, we trust on him, we trust on scriptures, and slowly, gradually, you can understand that. What do we understand? We may exist with these different types of koshas. So Shankaracharya uses the term Panchakoshadi Yogena. Panchakoshadi Yogena. When we associated with body, then body have a different type of problems, calamities, complaints. More and more we are associated with the body, we will feel pain and pleasures and different type of problems in the body. And I say that, oh, there is a lot of pain in my stomach. Today I have a problem of headache problem. My stomach is paining very intensively. There is pain in my knee. There is pain in my back. But pain or suffering is the nature or attributes of the body. Whenever we associated with body, you will have a pain and pleasure. We'll have a sorrow, we have a sadness, we have all the modifications which happens in the body. Same experience we will get due to the association with the body. But the Mahatma, those we have studied in long time continuously, and he become a success by logic, belief on the gurus and the scriptures, He disassociated himself from the body. Gradually, he detached from the body by the great meditation, by the Shravana, by the Manana, by the Nididhyasana. Then slowly, slowly, he gets conviction. And you might have come across some biography of the great masters. They have a very painful disease, even though they are happy. Like Raman Maharshi. He had a cancer. The physicians gave a different type of suggestion for the operation. But he used to tell them that, okay, let me do some contemplation and then you can start your operation without any anesthesia. And he allowed the doctors, physicians, and he did it. And he never cried while that operations, while he is in theater. Why? Because he did not information. Because he got conviction. He assimilated this thought in his own life. So he has a direct experience that I am the supreme consciousness. I am uncontaminated from everything. I am immaculated from everything. I am untouched by everything. And therefore, by the great experience, he did not experience the pain. He was free from the pain. Pain was the body. Pain was existing in the body, but logic, by thought, by experiences, he separated himself from the body. It means that he remains as immaculated. Panchakoshadi yogena. But we study different types of books, even though we have a lot of attachment with body, and something happens with body, I think that, oh, today I'm not feeling well. It means our abhyas is not a perfect study. Atma abhyas is less. Ajnana abhyas is more. We are talking more and we have a less experience. Let's try. Talk less and have a deep experience about the self. When our mind is very restless, we can't concentrate. Our mind can't concentrate. Our mind can comprehend the particular things. When mind have a pain and pleasure, we say that today I'm not feeling well. It means we associated with mind, because mind is the instrument by which you will get experience of pain and pleasure. Sometimes our intellect is very dull. We cannot make a proper decision. That time we say that what happens, I don't know what to do now. I can't do anything. It means the understanding of the intellect, we associated with that and we say that I understand it very clearly. And sometimes say that I don't understand anything. It means I associated with intellect, and whatever attributes in intellect, I associated with the intellect and say that I understand or not, I do not understand. It means the Vijnan, I associated with the Vijnanmaya Kosha. Sometimes we associated with Manomaya Kosha. Sometimes we associated with the physical body, Annamaya Kosha. And sometimes we feel that I'm very calm, quiet. I feel very tranquilateness. It means that stillness, calmness belongs to particular states of our subtle body. And we think that I am a calm, I am a quiet, I'm very blissful. But that bliss is not pure bliss. It is associated with the body. So Shankaracharya uses the word Panchakoshadi Yogena with the association with the five Panchakoshas, Tat Tanmayaha. You identify completely with themselves. What to do? Then we have to understand the nature of the self from the scriptures, from the gurus, from the logic. And it declares, oh my dear, yourself, you is the self. That self is pure, immaculate, free from everything, free from all blemish, free from all dirt. You have no dirt, we have no any problems. We are completely free from. And then gradually, by the great spiritual practice, we detach self from the Panchakoshas. And then we'll realize I am free from gross body, subtle body, and causal body. Then we remains our own true nature. Now there is no awareness of the gross, subtle, and causal body, even though we will have experience of existence. Existence is there, but no envelopment of three bodies. You will experience yourself as a Shuddhatma, yourself. Panchakoshadi yogena tattanmaya ivastitaha Shuddhatma nilavashradi yogena spatiko yatha nilavashradi yogena yatha spatikaha. Like a colorful cloth associated with crystal, the color will appear in the crystal even though there is no color in the crystal. In the same way, the quality of the mind, body, and intellect and senses, and the pranas also. When self associated with these three bodies, the attribute of three bodies will appear in the self. But even though self is completely free from attribute of three bodies, it attribute less, its quality less, it is a stainless, it is a flawless, it is blameless, it is clear.
Immaculate.
Nishkalanka and Nirdosh. So, Nishkalanka and Nirdosh means immaculate is Nirdosh. Nishkalanka. There is no any kalanka, there is no any blemish in the Atman. There is no any spot or dirt in the Atman. So, but it is very difficult to make a distinguish from one things to another. It is very easy to listen. Oh, good stock. But do you have experience? Do you started to walk on this path? Did you sat on the meditation? And did you started separate yourself from these panchakoshas? It will happen by the practice, by the grace of the gurus and the shastras. And if you did good deeds, the result of that good deeds will appear in the form of experience of pure consciousness. So use your discrimination. Use the proper logic. Study the scripture and have the blessing of the great masters and starts walking on the path of Shankaracharyas. Start walking on the path of Dhaneshwar Maharaj. Starts walking on the path of Raman Maharshi. And then, by the great endeavors, today or tomorrow, definitely will reach that destination. And it is our birthright. Whether you belongs to the female gender or male gender or whatever it may be. But if you are human, if you have got human life, it is first birthright. We have to give priority to experience of that. So drops misidentification with mind, body, and intellect. Drops misunderstanding, misconception, and we remain in your own true nature. Shankaracharya has given very briefly description about Panchakoshas in these shlokas. But in Tattva Bodha, we will see, we have seen that the separate description of Panchakoshas. And Vivek Chudamani Shankaracharya has given the very elaborately descriptions. And in Panchadasi, each koshas have one chapter. Annamay Kosh, one chapter. Pranamay Kosh, one chapter. Anandamay Kosh, one chapter. But Shankaracharya knows that these people don't have more time. They are very busy. And in a very short period of time, they want to know the closest idea of the Vedanta. And by the practice of that, you will become success to remain our one's own true nature. Thank you. By the grace of God and the Gurus and the Shastras, definitely we'll reach this destination. Thank you. Remaining part we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.